16% who either say it helped or don't know. So that's why the president's in trouble, because he created high expectations and failed to deliver. That's why in the latest Gallup, he has a 67% disapproval on his economic policy. This brings us to the second big issue facing America's future. This has caused a huge amount of spending. We have had an 84% increase in the discretionary domestic spending budget of the United States government since January 20th of 2009. 84%. This means that the size of the federal government went from roughly 20% of GDP as of the day that President Obama was sworn in to 25% of GDP today. The government has taken a 25% bigger slice of the economy than it was when President Obama came into office. And this has resulted in huge deficits. I remember in 2008 when President Obama was criticizing President Bush for a deficit that ran 1% of GDP. We've now had 3 back-to-back-to-back deficits that have equaled 10% or greater of GDP. The public debt of the United States, the obligations which have been securitized in the form of a bond and sold to somebody, and on which we make interest payments, was equal to 40% of GDP the day President Obama was sworn into office. By the end of the first year, January 1, 2010, December 31st, 2009, it was equal to 54% of GDP. By the end of last year, it was equal to 62% of GDP. By today, it's equal to 70% of GDP.
Mike check! Mike check! Karl Rove is the architect of Occupy Iraq. The architect of Occupy Afghanistan.
Here's the deal. If you believe in free speech, and you have a chance to show it. If you believe in the right of the First Amendment to free speech, then you demonstrate it by shutting up and waiting until the Q&A session. Line up behind the mic and ask anything you want. Until then, do not be so arrogant and presumptuous to think that you're the only person who has a First Amendment right to speak and be heard. Now, you can go ahead and stand in line and have the courage to ask any damn question you want, or you can continue to show that you are a buffoon and do this kind of hassle.
Mike, shut! Texture. Occupy Wall Street. Occupy Baltimore. Occupy Johns Hopkins. Occupy America. Occupy everywhere.
Who gave you the right to occupy America? Nobody.
We're already in America.
We're about to see what the culling get dragged on.
99%. We are the 99%. We are the 99%. We are the 99%. We are the 99%. You're not. The 99%. The 99%. We are 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 the 99%. The 99%. We are the 99%. We are the 99%. The 99%. We are the 99%. We are the 99%. We are the 99%. We are 99%. We are the 99%. We are the 99%.
actually the most fun you can have on a Tuesday in Baltimore.
99%. We are the 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 99%.